Hey everyone, we finna start the series on the zodiac signs that I promised you, and this is the first one on the zodiac signs I'm posting right now. Um, and we're gonna start off with the Ram, Aries, big Aries, and Aries cover from March 21st to April 19th. And they the Ram and general things to know about the Aries. Aries are courageous people. They're confident. They're leaders, and they're strong-willed individuals. Um, that's a general thing that I can say about all Aries. Aries contain those qualities. Aries tend to be friendly individuals. They make friends pretty easily. They're fairly honest people. So, they draw people to them with their honesty, and they're playful and all those things. They're very engaging. Aries can be engaging. Um, they're prone to physical assertiveness. They assert themselves physically more than anything. They're not what I would call highly emotional beings. They're more physically equipped, physically assertive. They express themselves more than likely physically. But anyway, let's get down to a little bit of them. One thing about Aries is Aries got high energy. Few of the zodiac signs can match the Aries high energy. They have a lot of energy. They tend to have a lot of energy. And that's one of the great qualities of Aries. Aries have great energy, and they love to put their energy to good use, or what they see as good use. And another thing about Aries, they're ambitious. So they're not afraid of chasing their dreams, or chasing something that they want to chase, or aspiring to greater things. Most Aries have a dream of something greater, and they actively pursue it. They actively pursue it. So they tend to be ambitious people, you know. And another thing about Aries that people don't know is that people probably do know, they're competitive. Their ambition, I guess, makes them that drives their competitiveness too. But they're competitive. They're in their minds, they're the best. No one can beat them. Aries takes on all competitors because they're competitive, and they feel they're gonna overcome. They're gonna make the other person succumb to their greatness. Because they're Aries. They're big bad Aries, and nobody can come up to them because nobody's better than them. So the Aries they're highly competitive. Aries are very competitive, and they'll brag about beating you too. Like they won't be shy about bragging about beating you neither, and beating you out and beating their competition. So they can be braggadocious as well. So highly competitive. Uh, so you get ready to compete if you're going against the Aries, to say the least. Um, what else can I say about Aries? Aries they tend to be impatient as well. They can be impatient. If things are not going the way they want them to go, or they anticipate things going, they can get frustrated, and they can act out, act out in a negative way towards that. If things are not going the way they anticipate or want them to go, they can get impatient. They have a problem. They tend to have problems letting things take a natural course, or taking a more methodical or slower pace. They feel things to happen quickly, or at their speed, at a high speed, or quickly. Really, they're not ones to sit and be real cool with things taking a natural course of action. They can get impatient and jumpy and fidgety and all those things. What else can I say about Aries? They're active people. I've already mentioned that they're active. They're competitive. They got high energy. They're ambitious. They're active. They're active in general. They're active people. They 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 don't feel comfortable if they're not doing anything. They look at that as a waste of time. They don't believe in wasting time. They don't subscribe to that wasting time thing. So they gotta be doing something. Active, moving, just going, Matter of fact, Aries might have been the original people that was diagnosed as having attention deficit disorder. It might have been an Aries. It could have been, but who knows? It could have been Aries, the first one diagnosed with attention deficit disorder. Um, but they active. They love being active. They got to be doing something. They're doing whatever it is. They're doing something. Doing building, getting thinking. They don't believe in wasting time. They look at that as a dead road, just wasting time. If time is moving, they're not doing anything. They got to feel like they're doing something. They could be moody as well. And when I mention the impatient, them being impatient or have a tendency of being impatient, I think that plays a part in their moodiness as well. I think that that really plays a part in the moodiness with Aries because they want things to be done quickly. A lot of times, if not, they can sulk or they can act out or get just do things and get moody and get down or be up and just very moody. And that moodiness from them tends to push people away from them. Good people that can be good in their lives seem to, that moodiness from Aries seem to push people away because Aries can go off on you in a second, like in the snap of a thing. They can go off on you real fiery, go off on you, and the next minute they can turn around and be their affable, friendly selves. And it's like this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing with Aries sometimes. They get fiery. They can be, mad or upset as heck. And then the next minute it could be like, who is this person? This person, it's like they got a little of that going on with them. Aries has a little of that. And so, they're kind of easy to get upset and go off, but they're easily just as easy to forgive and they don't tend to hold grudges or anything, not no long grudges or nothing like that. But I think that's a characteristic of fire signs, of the element of fire signs, which Aries is one of those. And I think that's just a general quality of the element, people who contain the element of fire, zodiac signs that carry the element of fire. And Aries is one of them, of course. But what else? Oh, they can be impulsive. Impulsive. And this means for Aries can do things that they just jump into it. They might not think it out. They might not think of repercussions or anything or think of bigger pictures or anything. They just go head first into things. They can just go at a snap of boom, bam, just jump on in. Just Aries have they have that tendency to just jump on into something. They don't think about the dangers that may lie ahead or anything, but they just go. They go head first into anything, just jump in there. Aries, just like anything, they don't think and they can get into a lot of wrong decisions and terrible situations because they just jump in without thinking. They can jump into situations without thinking. That impulsiveness just urges them to be the Aries, the strength, the power, the warrior that they are, and jump right on in. And Aries is prone to do that. The Aries sign is prone to do that. The Ram is prone to do that. But and they could be somewhat overly aggressive too. Aries, because if they believe something or or they standing on some point that they believe in, they truly believe in. They will try to force others to believe the way that they believe. They can be overly aggressive in presenting it sometimes. Um, if they're challenged in a way, like if they're mentally challenged, sometimes they don't mentally they have a tendency to not mentally counter with you. They more so would resort to physically challenging you to your mental ambush that they see you putting on them. They would physically or aggressively come out, or verbally become verbally attacking you, or maybe physically, like I said, to gain the upper hand or that power back, or to gain the power back. So they can be overly aggressive in that way. They could be overly aggressive. They can be overly aggressive and real fighting. Most times you don't want to get an Aries upset, or you don't want to get an Aries that feel like he's being challenged by you, because they can be real aggressive. They can be real aggressive. But as aggressive as they can be, they can easily forgive and easily kind of forget about that aggression too, or what Aries is one of those that can go off on you in a real tired, and the next minute they can be the nicest person and almost forget why they went off on you terribly just a few minutes ago. And it's real weird. And this is another thing. This is another one of their toxic traits, and this seems to push people away from them. People that could be actually good in their lives, they sometimes push them away because their moodiness, their impulsiveness, and their tendency to be overly aggressive sometimes. Everybody, that overly aggressive thing is a toxic, very toxic trait, to be overly aggressive. A little aggression, nothing wrong with a little aggression, but get overly aggressive, that could be a toxic trait. And Aries possess that overly aggressive type of thing going on. Another thing about Aries can be somewhat immature. And being regarded as the first sign of the zodiac, which Aries is, they're considered the quote unquote babies of the zodiac. But when I say immature, maybe that has something to do with them being the first zodiac sign and quote unquote baby of the zodiac. Because Aries has a youthful way of living their lives. They tend to live in a youthful type of way, if that makes sense. They have this when Aries is on, they have this youthful essence about them. It's almost like they can light your universe up. Aries can light. It's like when they have experience, like the light. You feel like you feel alive around Aries. If that makes any sense, you can feel. Aries has this quality of making you feel alive, making you feel grateful to be alive, and they just have this essence when they're on. They have that. They do have that. They have that fire. That, I guess that's that ambition in them and that fire in them, and it's contagious. It can be contagious, but but also the reason why I think they're regarded as another reason why I think they're regarded as immature in some ways. They can be self-centered, and they can throw. When they throw out their anger or they get frustrated, they can almost unleash something that is very similar to a temper tantrum, which is mostly associated with children. It can feel and highly resemble a temper tantrum that they're going through. That the Aries having a temper tantrum, and they sometimes just need to cool down and take it back, and they'll they'll get back into place or get back into they'll calm down eventually, but they can get into something that highly resembles a temper tantrum. That's it can be immature. They can be stubborn, of course, and they just Aries is Aries. But you know, what else I wanted to say about Aries? Aries, like I said, they're fairly honest people. I think I said that at the top, and they tend to make or draw people to them or create make friends. Tend to make friends pretty easily because of their honesty and people like them, and they bring light. They're friendly people overall. They are friendly, nice, radiant type people overall. They are, and I think So what else I wanted to say about them? What else? What else is there to say about them? Well, another thing I wanted to get into the compatibility of them. The love compatibility and who they're more compatible with, who Aries tend to be more compatible with. Of course, other things affect compatibility. There's other things that play a part. But like I stated in earlier videos, there's other things that play a part to the whole astrology thing in general. Societal, the way person was raised, all types of things. Just all things affect the personality of the individual person, no matter what zodiac sign they were born under. But highly regarded compatible signs with Aries are Leo, Sagittarius, and Libra. Those are considered the most compatible signs with Aries. So if you're an Aries out there and you don't have one of those signs and you're married to another sign other than them three signs, don't think that your relationship or your marriage is doomed just because zodiac. Don't take it that far. But these just the signs that are regarded as the most compatible to Aries: Leo, Sagittarius, and Libra. The least compatible signs with Aries is regarded as Cancer, Capricorn, and Virgo. Those are considered the least compatible with Aries. So, hey, it is what it is. That is what it is. That's what they regarded as the least compatible. Cancer, Capricorn, and Virgo are considered the least compatible with Aries. So that's just that. They're considered the least compatible. Like I said, the most compatible is Leo, Sagittarius, and Libra. I'm not that surprised and as surprised with Leo and Sagittarius because they share the element of fire with Aries. So they all contain the element of fire. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So that kind of makes sense. But again, I just want to say that the most compatible sign regarded in regards to Aries is Leo, Sagittarius, and Libra. So I would say if you're an Aries out there, according to the stars, you might want to look for somebody that's under that zodiac sign, I guess. So you want to look for somebody that's under Leo, Sagittarius, or Libra, and see where it goes. According to the zodiac sign, you want to avoid your least compatible signs, which they say is Cancer, Capricorn, and Virgo. So that's what you want to do. I'll be interested in hearing y'all thoughts on what Aries are. Would love to hear the thoughts of the Aries out there that view this video. There's one of the zodiac sign of Aries, Maybe you find some truth in this video. Maybe you find something that's not so true in this video. Or people who's dealt with Aries in the past or dealing with the Aries now. Do you find some of these traits in them, or maybe you find additional traits that I didn't mention here that you have seen in Aries that you've dealt with. Either way, Or, another thing, if you're Aries that has dated or are dating or are married to a Leo, Sagittarius, or a Libra, give me a little insight of how that relationship is. Or if you have dated those signs, Leo, Sagittarius, or Libra, you give me insight of how was it and what ended it, or anything. You can leave that in the comment section. If you're also an Aries who's dated a regarded sign that's regarded as at least compatible with Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, or Virgo, you can comment on that relationship, or how was that relationship, or was it truly not compatible, or you didn't feel like y'all were compatible, or let me know. Or like I said, one of those least compatible signs, regarded as least compatible signs with Aries. If you dated an Aries before, you can let me know how your experience with that Aries was. It just vice versa, like that. But you can leave all that in the comment section. Yeah, this is about a wrap on the Aries. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, click on the like on this video for me, and please and thank you. Share this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And like I said, comment your experiences, or if you don't agree, if you agree, if like you dated one of these considered to be most compatible sign with Aries, if you dated one of these least compatible signs with Aries, just if you want to comment any of that, you can comment below. And look forward to the next video. Next up is big old Taurus, the bull. And I'll see you in the next video. And peace. Take care.